Think across the border. Two of them coming get turned over. Three of them coming running from Boja. Sweet Jamaica wants me, and I'm gonna be there. In Paris they calling, and I'm gonna be there. Down in France they want me, and I'm gonna be there. Spreading my vibe all over the world. Yes, indeed, a very pleasant good evening to you all. This is indeed a Pastor Rob on a Saturday evening. Welcome to Jamaican Explosion. How you doing on this beautiful Saturday evening? Nadine, what's up?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. This is my favorite time of the year
All right. Why is it your favorite time, Nadine?
because it's Christmas, it celebrates Jesus, and it's my birth month.
All right. So somebody got a birthday coming up, huh?
Yes, my 25th birthday.
Okay, all right. That's okay. You got my by here, 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Just one. Okay. But hey, Nadine, what we got quite a show in store for the folks here this evening, and we have the crew of
Oh,
Selector,
yes. Oh,
the
yes. I'm
dance hall. Yeah,
excited to talk
oh,
to
yes,
them. I'm
indeed.
excited to talk to
Mm-hmm.
them.
Okay, so we just want to let you know that on our show today, we've got the dance all movie selector, and we have a few of the stars the writers and directors and producers that will be joining us on stage here. So I hope you did send out that link to your friends and let them know that you're going to be on uh, Caribbean Explosion, Jamaican Explosion today. Okay, and as we get started today, Nadine, there are several things that are happening within the Atlanta area this evening, right? Of course, KC is keeping their dance this evening, right?
Yes, Casey's having their party this evening. Let me see if I find the details on that.
Yeah, I think I got the details here somewhere. Okay, and tomorrow, of course, it's gonna be tomorrow. I believe we have the Yeah, I think I got the details on KC right here. One second, Nadine. Let's try to get them here. Okay, and have them share with us a little bit about what's taking place. Okay, uh, on tonight. Okay, my screen is kind of filled up. Hopefully, here they are. Okay, there you go. Kingston College. When Kingston College have things, everybody come out. Right?
Yes, yes,
There
yes.
you go.
The rain is not gonna stop people from going out. It's at the falls at Archery Mills Clubhouse, and
Right?
that's in Alpharetta.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only a low cost of $80, and the donation goes towards their scholarship fund. I think their host is gonna be Will Hart and the DJ Cold Rice, and lots more entertainers and presenters. They're also gonna have a saxophonist, David Murray. So there's so much entertainment they have lined up for you. So go on out and support them if you can.
Okay, that's the Kingston College. Kingston College, Jamaica, Kingston College. And you know how Kingston College boys are, right? All boys are, right?
Oh yes, with their purple and white.
Purple and white, the purple and white pride of
Yes,
Kingston. Okay,
yes, yes.
winners of winners of many Manning Cups and of course champs and all sort of stuff. KC prides themselves and they're having their party tonight, Saturday, December 9, 2023. That's tonight. That's the place to be. Give them the location once again, Nadine.
That's gonna be the falls at where is that? The falls at Archery Mills Clubhouse.
Hmm.
That's 9825 Archery Falls Drive, Alpharetta, Georgia. 30022. And if not anything, people, that location is always so nicely decorated for Christmas. It's a great opportunity to take great pictures, not just party, but they have a good ambiance. So definitely go out and support.
Okay, there you have it. So that if you want a place to go this evening, definitely make sure you go out and check out this KC party that's happening. Yes, indeed.
And
Wow.
tomorrow the Jamaica Museum, they're having their food cake competition. It's at the CLTV studios. So if you didn't enter the competition, just go on out and support those who did. That's gonna start at 3 tomorrow.
Okay, let's see if we got a picture for them here, and we could let the folks see what's going on here. That's of course at Caribbean Live TV. Okay, and you, at on the premises, and you want to go out and check it out. That's tomorrow evening, and it's a fruitcake eating contest. Okay, I believe you know what we say fruitcake in Jamaica. We're talking about that black cake, right?
Mhm. Right, right, definitely. I think initially it was that with the baking, who bakes the best food cake. I don't know who the judges are, but I hope they arrive very hungry because that's gonna be a hard competition because food cake is usually so good.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I asked them if they could make me a judge, but they said I would eat most of the cake, so they had to keep me out.
And that location is 6254 Memorial Drive, Suite C, Stone Mountain. So go on out and support.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. All right, it's that time now that we will introduce or begin to introduce our guests for the evening, and that's the crew of a selector. Selector, wow, a dancehall movie. Yeah, I'm telling you, Nadine used to go to dancehall when he younger.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I used to go to dance hall. I remember going out to Harbor View and standing up all night with that DJ, going to the UWI fets and stuff. So definitely, I remember those times.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, you remember the selectors that used to have selecting the sound at the
Oh
time?
my gosh, I can't remember them. It's like Stone Love was one of them, and I can't
All
remember the
right,
rest.
all
Oh
right.
my
Who was Stone Love selector?
I don't
We,
Rory
we,
or something.
you're good, man. Rory and we Pro. Yeah, Rory and Repo, right? Yeah, man. But in Springfield, Massachusetts, it was yours truly, top celebrity Rob at the time. Yes, indeed. And we're introducing to the stage right now is Mr. Ruben Shaw. Aha, Mr. Selector himself. Welcome to the Jamaican Explosion, Ruben Shaw. I wonder where you got that last name from, but it surely sounds good.
How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
All right, yes, indeed. So we have Ruben Shaw here, and he is the actor, director, all kind of stuff, man. What have you been doing? How did you do all of this, and so forth like that? And of course, Ruben has some background in Dirty Grandpa, Barbershop. And that was the next cut, and he has many appearances on an Atlanta Homicide series, particularly back in 2018. So he's been in the business for a little while, and now he decides to just throw everybody away and have it all by himself. Ruben, welcome to Jamaican Explosion. Okay, very good. And I'm gonna bring somebody else on screen right here. Ah, there he is himself, Mr. Rico Jones. Welcome to Jamaican Explosion, Mr. Rico Jones. All the girls out there telling me that they fall in love with Rico Jones. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
They like you, Ruben. They like you, Ruben. But Rico pumping their muscles. Yeah, yeah.
And I guess he
Got
he
got
he
the
had to
cake
show
on.
it today. He
Yeah.
came dressed to show those muscles.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Old boy came on in what we call in Jamaica your marina, just your undershirt. You know what I'm saying?
That boy look like
Yeah,
he look like
yeah,
he got some baby oil on or something like that over there.
I know. This
I
is
That
not
boy
the show for
shining
that.
over there. He's shining, boy.
but Mr. Rico
let
Jones.
me grease up real quick now. I just got
Look
a
at
little
him.
here. to put some, you know.
Nadine, look at the movies that he starred in. Mr. Universe. You see why he flexing, right? You see why he flexing, right?
Right? He wants to give Arnold a run for his money, right?
Rico, welcome to Jamaican Explosion, and congratulations on your one of your leading roles in Selector. Another person that we got on stage here, are we bringing to you is Mr. Vladimir himself. He's the writer. Wow, and he's one of the writers on the movie Selector today, and also we want to let you know that Vladimir is a film producer, a filmmaker, he's a DJ, he's a writer, he's a music producer, and a short story writer. Man, y'all got kind of all kind of talents up in this cast. Selector, who wants to start to tell me about what is Selector based on?
Well, like you said earlier, you alluded to your days being a DJ back in Springfield, back in the days, and Selector is loosely based on, you know, what I could see as your experiences, being a DJ. You told me a couple of stories, and I really thought that those stories could be portrayed on screen. Got the right writer involved, did
Mm-hmm.
some great casting,
Mm-hmm.
and we brought it to life. We brought the experience and what we believe is the selective behind the scenes experience to the screen, something that a lot of people go through, but a lot of people don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And Vlad,
Yes, yes, yes.
I didn't know you were listening so thoroughly when I was telling you. You were listening, man. You were listening
Uh,
about. Go ahead.
uh, well, you painted a picture. You were so visual about a day in the life of Robert Shaw, and it changed my whole world around. But I want to say this: when Nadine knew that Rory was one of the selectors for Stone Love, I'm
Yeah,
all in.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
all in.
That's right. That's
You can't tell me you 20. Would you say you 25? And
25.
and one of the selectors for Stone Love is Rory. I met Rory in Brooklyn.
yeah.
We were going for the same record, Maxi Priest, Wild World, and
Yes,
I
yes,
got the record. And Rory looked at me. I said, "You know what? You can have that record." So
yes.
yeah, Jamaican Explosion. You are. I love you guys already. For you to know Rory's name in this day and age, that's where Selecta is from. Selecta is from my love of the Jamaican culture. As a Haitian, I love the Jamaican culture, and in Boston, it was it wasn't so transparent. You were either Caribbean or you were not. So the division now is, it's beyond me, because my best friends were Jamaicans, Trinis, people from Guyana and things, and we were together as a collective because we knew that Americans didn't care about anything else. There, to you, you just, the N word. But when you Caribbean, it was different.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I wanted to go back a bit before talking about Selector. This one is for each of you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and what got you started in acting. Starting with you, Mr. Arnold. That's you, Mr.
What
Arnold.
about you, Zach? You Arnold, the Black
Oh,
Arnold. You the
yeah, oh man, that went over my head. I'm over here like I don't know. I'm looking at the screen now. um, but yes, my name is Zach Jones, Zachary Jones. So I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, South Side, born and raised. I attended Savannah State University, which I received my bachelor's degree from in sociology, and I moved here to Atlanta basically with a goal in mind, and that was to become an actor. I always knew in my heart that I had that potential. I always knew in my heart that I was an actor. I just put in my mind, and now I'm in that place. So Since I was younger, I always had this passion to just be myself. Movies that I always grew up on, Five Heartbeats, Temptations. I'm acting out the songs and the dance moves and acting like David Ruffin and everything, you know. So um, it definitely put a mark the spot. My mom seen it and she was just like, you know what? We're gonna take you down to Atlanta. You know, I'm trusting you to do this because it's something you really wanted to do. So I came down here and I met Ruben at an audition that we did. I forgot the name of it honestly, but at the same time, I can never forget the day because I drove all the way down from Savannah at the time,
Mhm.
and I met Ruben. He was just like, we connected, and next thing that potential. I seen Ruben's work ethic, he seen mine, and he was just like, hey, you DJ Parlay. I said, okay, so it went from there to me being a character, and before you can even say action, I was already in character in my head. All I just needed was just the ground game. The director, shout out to him. Also, Ruben, great script. It gave me that type of push and that range to be DJ Parlay and also portray that actual character. So now I'm DJ Parlay everywhere. He top celebrity Rob to me. And Kyle Ninja Turtle. You feel me? So and that's history wrote itself, and it still is. And I appreciate being on this show. I appreciate everybody around me, and it's God given. I gotta give thanks to God for everything.
Okay, Ruben, same question to you. What start ignited your passion into acting?
Yeah, man. Growing up in the entertainment industry, I've seen it all on so many different levels. So, you know, like like Zach, after graduating college, I started pursuing, different avenues of the game, and throughout that journey, I met a lot of good people who said that I should be an actor. I should get involved with the game, and I did. You know what I mean? And once auditions started happening for me, and I started getting roles, I started believing, maybe I could really continue to do this, and you know, building relationships with other directors and producers. It got me really wanting to, expand my horizons and saying maybe I could make a movie. Maybe I should be able to write something or put something together, and that's what led me to Selector. So now that we're here, that's why I'm an actor, writer, director, producer. It all just started with a dream. I just wanted to be in the game, and now we here.
So, of all the three titles, which is your favorite title?
Man, I love acting. I love that. I love acting, but right now it's producing because I could produce and act in whatever I'm producing. So I'm loving the producer hat now because I know that as long as I'm producing, I'm gonna be able to get a Zach in the camp. I'm gonna be able to call on Kyle. I'm gonna be able to hit up Vlad, and the gratification that you get when you see all your peers succeeding together. That means more than just me one being in a movie by myself and starring in it. The whole team shining is what I like.
Awesome. That's just awesome. Valadir. I'm sorry, I'm messing up your name.
That's okay, Nadine. Vladimir.
Vladimir.
Okay, same question. Okay, you have so many titles. Tell us how you get started and what's your favorite aspect of it all.
Well, my filmmaking journey began with a western called "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly."
All
My
right.
my
Classic.
my father and my uncle raised me on that movie, and I always wondered why every year I would sit on my uncle's lap watching The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and it made me believe that I wanted to tell a story. It wasn't a movie based on action drama. It was a story. So I was about 7 years old and started to write short stories, always based on a good guy, a bad guy, and a middle guy. The middle guy was good and bad, but he walked a fine line. So, unlike my two co-workers here, I never really wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to write the words that the actors talk about. Started with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and in 1999 I joined with independent film company, and we became filmmakers overnight. They believed in me, and I always have to respect and love them for that. It made me move from from Boston to Atlanta to continue the filmmaking process, and that's where I was able to fortunately run across Ruben and parlay this effect, no pun intended, into Selector.
Awesome. That's awesome. And I think Kyle, you're next.
Yes. First of all, my name is Ninja. So let's make sure that we
Ah,
that we
Uh,
remember
but,
that.
but, 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 but.
Love that, love that, love that, love that, love
My bad. Let me get you into character here.
that.
Oh Lord. I guess the best thing to say is I'm a very um I'm an actor first, a voice actor first,
Hmm.
but I can do anything that I put my mind to. So I do cinematography on the side. I um I currently work in the industry as a PA. I I've worked in the camera department before. I've done everything that you can possibly think of as far as the movie industry is concerned. I have no limitations. And for me, this project was phenomenal for me because I met Ruben before, and we met on a project. Shout outs to Jabril Haynes, and we just clicked. We both had that same energy, and so when he invited me to do this role as a dancehall DJ, I felt very I felt very honored because he considers me a very good actor, and on top of that, I felt like I was compelled to learn patois again because I know I had to represent everybody in Jamaica properly as much as I possibly can. I'm not sure if I did it in this film as much as I can, but I believe I did my best.
You did a very good job, sir. And I would like to let you guys know that uh, there's a real ninja now. There's a real ninja turtle. That's one of my buddies, that Bonnie's and Clyde's, that I sparred with. He knows about the movie and he has gone to see the movie. At some point in time, I want to get this cast back with the real guys. There's a real
Oh,
Word.
That would be wonderful.
I love that.
that's
I
the
love
there's a
that.
real Ninja Turtle, and Ninja Turtle. Let me tell you, Kyle, he was the guy that started the party. Rob and Parlay was up there and they were working the crowd. Ninja would grab the mic and Ninja would get everybody toasting. You know what I'm saying? So hey, Ninja, you said you represented him well. Okay, all right.
All right, all right. I appreciate that, Ninja. If you're listening, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much.
But tell us a little bit about Street Queen. Is that it? And whatever is happening to Mr. Smith. Those were roles that you had, right? In different movies.
Yeah, so with Street Queens, I was actually, and this is one of the many jobs that I have. I'm not sure if this is a joke about, how Jamaicans have like, anywhere between 3 to 8 jobs, but I own a prop gun armory business.
Hmm.
So you heard about that thing that happened in America on that show Rust with Alec Baldwin. He accidentally shot a gun and it ended up
Right, right.
unfortunately taking the life of a camera woman
Hmm.
and or a camera assistant woman, and I think it injured an assistant director. Ever since I
Hmm.
heard about that, I said I need to make sure that anybody that I work with on set is safe.
Hmm.
And throughout many projects that I've worked with, and ones that required any sort of armory, I just lended my assistance. So with Street Queens, I basically provided most of the prop armor weapons in that film.
Hmm.
I do have a small cameo in there in that particular role, but for the most part, I I'm working in the background. But
Hmm.
with Mr. and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I was doing the voice of the therapist. You can't
Okay.
see me in the film, but I'm voicing the therapist. I've been voice acting for well over 13 years.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. unfortunately, my voice, I can do that announcer voice. You know that in a world, one man, one chance to change things. But there's like 20,000 people who can do that. So, I'm just relegated to, the guy that says round one, get ready,
All
fight.
right.
Like just in whatever capacity you need. So
Well,
I just did the voices for that.
well, you're true Jamaican with so many jobs, representing well.
Okay.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, so there we have it. As we have with us this evening on Jamaican Explosion, right here, the cast of that dancehall movie Selector. And we're going to show a little piece of Selector right here, but I got to be very careful because the language and YouTube might be a little bit a test. But I will take the chance and make sure they see just a little bit of the script, okay, of some of the acting. We want to go back to Ruben again, and Ruben, I know you've been in several different arenas too. I know you're a rapper. I know that you were on Dirty Grandpa and so forth. Tell us about working with Daddy-O a little bit,
Well,
Ruben.
Dirty Grandpa was crazy. Yeah, you got me?
I got you, man. I got you. You got it. Uh huh.
See me?
Yeah, see you, man. We're seeing you. Uh huh.
Alright, like, well, Dirty Grandpa and was a great. Those were great experiences. Those were the early days to
Uh
get
huh.
my feet wet
Mhm.
in the game, and really and
Mhm.
truly, that was just on the whims. I'm involved,
Mhm.
so I applied to be a background or extra
Mhm.
in the film, and I went to the when I got to the set, happened all of a sudden they wanted me to be a stand-in for one of the lead actors. So I took that opportunity to sit there and really study what was going on because when you're a stand-in, one of the lead actors, when you're a stand-in for one of the lead or whatnot, you get to work with the main guys. So I was really there with Robert De Niro, sitting there with them, really there with Zach Efron. And while I was watching them, I was and I realized, okay, there's really a lot that you got to put into this art form, experience to the next role. And luckily enough, when I got on the next set, that was Barbershop 3, the same thing happened. I went as a background and then I got bumped up to it. That started giving me the confidence that I needed to just continue to build. And one thing led to another. And I built a relationship with the crime TV shows or whatnot. And that's how I got on all those. So it's like I said before, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. But I've been fortunate and blessed, successful at and what I've been able to do so far. Good.
Okay. Why did you try all of this in one shot? That's my question. Why everything in this movie?
That again? Say that again. I missed
I said,
that.
I said, why did you just decide that you're going to be a producer, director, actor in this movie, this particular movie?
Yeah, that happened because first it was just like I had gone on a couple of auditions and gotten roles or where these movies weren't getting produced, they weren't getting complete. So I made it. Having a conversation with you, it was like go ahead and make your own product. Go ahead and make your own movie. Sit there and wait for somebody else to create something. You can go forward and create something for yourself. And it was only right that I had a storyline in the family that I come from to create that. So, being that it was something that had to come out of my family, my brain, I had to produce it. Couldn't nobody else produce it
Mhm.
and get it done the way that I needed it to get done. and because of the experiences that I had went through before and not completing projects, I had to complete this one. I knew that the completion was in my hands. With that being on my back, it was like, I'm gonna do it. I know I can do it, and we did it. So, it was a mental thing, and a spiritual thing, and I'm glad that I was able to follow the vision that God gave me, because everybody selected.
Yes, yes, indeed.
How long did it take you to make, and what was the dynamics with working with each other in terms of with the other guys? Because sometimes people work together, but the dynamics is not there. So if you could tell me that, Ruben, then give everybody else an opportunity to say what it was like working together as a team, because that's what's making it successful, that unity. Starting with you,
Yeah,
Ruben.
man. Yeah, from beginning to end, the process and making them, creating the whole entire movie, production, casting, production, and then post production. I have process. You know what I mean? If you take it and spread it out amongst the whole time. But if we had to our disposal, it could have took us, 8 months, regardless. The dynamics with us on set, though, it was wonderful. Um, I remember I did a little table, and when we had that first table read, I realized we have something here, and that energy from that table read, it just seeped on to the sets, and our actors, just embody the characters that they were given and put the performance on that they were able to. I believe because energy was good. Now, don't get me wrong. There were moments. There were moments where things hit the fan a little bit, but nobody fell back. Everybody kept charging forward. And that's how you successful, I believe.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Arnold.
That's my name, man. Arnold Jones. Arnold DJ Zach Jones. Uh, so really just piggybacking off Ruben, I just feel like the connection, just the importance of actually doing this actual craft is you
Mhm.
gotta just do it. You know what I mean? You can't have ass it. I'm sorry for swearing, but it's the truth. Like you really have to take in consideration that this is a business. You know, um, everything doesn't just seem like you just have to go out there and force yourself to do it because nobody's forcing you to do this. You're putting yourself in this position. I'll give you that opportunity. You go out and make the best of it. And I feel that Ruben gave everybody that opportunity. I say this one thing about him. He's about his business. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, you're not about to tell Ruben that he not. So it's just like I see someone with that type of mindset about their craft and seriousness. I want to work with you because you're gonna bring out the best in me, and that's what he did. Like I took a lot from that, the discipline, bettering myself. I never took an acting class in my life, but I did it to
Wow.
make myself better. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Trailer Studios, by the way. Toby Gatson, he's actually an actor as well. Um, he definitely brought out some of the gave me more tools to my tool belt, made me actually put forth my brain to being a character, you know what I mean? So Ruben, he just gave me that fire. He's just like, look, yo, do you, you know what I mean? Do you? When somebody tell me to do that, that's all I can do is be myself. You know what I mean? So it was just everything else was just God given. Just having to study the script, having to have the type of connection with the characters like Ninja Turtle. You know what I mean? Like Ruben said, everything wasn't just sunshine and rainbows. There was a lot of bumps in the road. You know, at the same time, we had to be available to shoot. We had to put time aside. So it showed the seriousness of everybody and the legitimacy of being an actor. that's it. We all working towards one goal. We all different, but it's the destination is the same. You know, so I said that we all walk the same road and we got there. I loved every bit of it. My mom does too. So I'm at peace with that.
Okay, Ninja Turtle, you're next. You're up.
All right. What is the question that you have?
So the question was, was your dynamic working with these persons? Because sometimes people do have conflicts, and how did you make sure that this was a success and stay focused on the project itself versus letting your personality and stuff get to overcome you?
Understood. Um, everyone that I've ever worked with on set has always been great. You know, Zach has been great. Ruben has been great. Vladimir has been great. Um, uh, Even some of the people that were there as background, they were great too. And so, also, shout out to my cousin Tori for coming in to help with the backgrounds. I was calling up a bunch of people to help with the film, and he was the only one that answered and was able to show up. No disrespect to anybody else who was not able to show, but I do appreciate the fact that he took time out of his day to do that. So, thank you so much for being there. But that's something that also translates to what you were asking. You have to show up. You have to prepare yourself. You have to do everything that you can to prepare yourself for the possibility or the probability that things are going to happen. Before I met Ruben, I was taking acting classes at the Professional Actors Studio in Atlanta. I was taking classes under my teacher, Angela Davis. Shout out to you, who now has her own acting studio as Act Her, ACTHER. And just networking, learning, understanding how to perform, understanding what's too much, what's too little, um, and just honing my skills. And from here, what one thing that I had mentioned before is it's a different interview that will be showing up on a different channel. I'll mention that at the end. I'll plug that at the end. But I never really understood how to speak patois. I understand it. All of my family is from Jamaica, but I was always told not to speak it because they wanted to make sure that I was able to speak clearly to teachers and speak clearly to other people. So I had to hire my cousin, shout outs to you, Nigel Cooper, to teach me proper patois and to understand the lingo and understand the terminology and understand how to carry myself and the cadence and everything. So a part of being an actor is understanding what is asked of you and then giving 120% to that role and going above and beyond to make sure that you are representing whatever you're asked to act as accurately as possible.
I hope he didn't only teach you the swear words, and hope that's not why you got down the best.
No, no, that's something that I knew of quite often.
You had that one down pat already. You didn't need any help with that one, right?
I did not. Thank you for the family for teaching me some wonderful things. Oh Lord.
Well, you represented well, okay?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So I'm not going to spoil your name. You know your
Vladimir.
your question.
Nadine, it's like the president of Russia,
I know that's why I don't want
Putin.
to use it.
Vladimir, yeah, Vladimir or Vlad.
That's why I don't want to use it,
Well, you know who Rory was, so you can call me anything you want.
So your question is a little different. I understood you heard a little here and there about Pastor Rob's life story, and you just took it and ran with it, and that's like so commendable. You want to tell us a little bit more about that? Because just hearing something and then being able to write it and make it come so alive.
Well, as soon as I heard Mr. Shaw's depiction, I started going in my cassettes. You know, I'm a man of a certain age, and I still have cassettes. I have I don't really mess with my CDs. I went to my cassettes. So my top five sound system is Bass Odyssey, Bodyguard, Black Cat, Waggy T, and Gussie Prento. Those are my Stone Love was more to me oldies but goodies. Stone Love will play a Ninja Man dub plate, and then you hear Michael Jackson. So Stone Love was a potpourri, but when you talking sound systems, and I got to give a shout out to 4x4, David Rodigan. I got to
Yeah,
give a
man.
shout out to them, but those are my top five. So I told Ruben I'm going to my cassettes. So my dynamic was bringing myself back to the days when I was sneaking into Skycap Plaza in Boston to see Supercat. I was sneaking into Station Cafe in Dudley, where Malcolm X grew up, to see Cuddy Ranks. I was getting shot at after parties because after uh, grandma didn't play that stuff using her basement, in certain capacities. So when Ruben gave me that idea of making it more of a Caribbean American story,
Yeah,
because although Ruben's a younger than me, he reminded me that in the dance hall it wasn't all Jamaican and it
that's
wasn't all
correct. Correct.
Caribbean.
That's
there
correct.
was there was many different aspects to it. So I said, yeah, you're right. As a Haitian man that grew up sneaking out of my mom's house, leaving the back door open with three sisters in the house, I would leave the back door open to go see Cuddy Ranks. Quickly, I want to give my top five dance halls. So Tenor, my number one. My number two, Supercat. My number three, Cuddy Ranks. My number four, Ninja Man. My number five, a I won't say unknown, but underappreciated artist, Nicodemus. That's my top five dance hall.
No, that's boss top five, man. That's a boss top five. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you,
And,
thank you.
and
After Bone Man Connection, Robert, I lost my mind. Bone Man Connection, Nicodemus, I lost my mind.
one
So
connection.
right, Bone Man Connect. So
Yeah.
Ruben put me on a path. I let him know. I said, before I write this script, I got to do my research to get back in that mode, because he explained that he didn't want it to be an exact depiction of Robert Shaw. He wanted it to be a likeness and create a whole new dance hall adventure. And that
Mhm.
was the best part of it for me, because he knows that I'm not used to writing for someone else. I'm from the independent film world,
Mhm.
and Ruben gave me so much freedom and leeway to create this new universe, and it was the best ever. So I told him the other day, my pen is his pen forever. So that's my dynamic of this situation.
Yeah, yeah. Um, you guys are just brilliant
Word.
at such a young age, and I don't want y'all heads to get too big now. You know what I'm saying?
Too
I don't. But y'all guys did some great job, great job. And actually, Vladimir, the movie is more like a life story, because I could depict those exact scenes taking place at Bonnie and Clyde's. So God was doing something with you. So even though you went and you recreated it to make it a little bit more modern, the storyline um, was pretty much a storyline that followed in Bonnie and Clyde's. Um, Artists, people that I know have called and have been calling me and saying, we saw a selector. Remember when we were going through that scene and we were going through that scene? So the reality of the situation is your imagination is very, very, very well intact. And I want to commend you on that. I want to commend Ruben and all of you all for just doing an excellent job with Selector. Okay? Let me show them a little piece of Selector, and then I'll come back on. Okay? You want to give them a little taste of it, right? Okay, very good,
Oh,
very good, very
oh,
good. Let's open up the windows here and see if we could get some stuff started right here. Selector for you.
DJ Paulette, huh? Must be nice. Y'all ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I like the vibes already.
Vibes, that's what you call it. Hey man, all I know is you people can't get enough of this music, so we're gonna keep on bumping it. And you know, between your connections at the radio station, I think we got a good partnership.
Well, AIC pretty much lets me run all my formats, so I don't see no problem with me promoting over there and then coming over here and spin. Yeah, it's work.
Do that shit. I'm talking about. The way we like to do shit around here, we want the ratio of 45 bitches to every guy. Can you do that?
All right, guys. All right,
You
guys.
gotta do it.
I'm just giving them a little teaser, a little teaser, a little teaser of
So you the one who be playing that fire on WIC radio during the weekdays.
and of course, you know that
nice.
WAIC has gone. It's gone fully. It's not only a college station now; it's actually a full-fledged radio station, and they're expecting the cast to pass through at
Nice.
some time, because there you go. You have their names out there. It's a real place. It's not a fictional
Yeah.
place, and AIC wants for you guys to come by, stop by, and visit when you have the time. All right. Okay. So Ruben and Vlad, what's next for you both? And I'll
Okay.
get the other cast members on here. What's next?
Well,
Man,
as far as what's next from, okay,
go ahead, Vlad.
go ahead, Rube. Right. Well,
Man,
I
obviously,
my fault. There's a
do your
delay, man.
thing, do your thing,
Go
man.
ahead, Rube. Okay, well, as far as what's next, I have my second novel that I'm finishing up. My first novel is called The Exilian. It's a political thriller set in real time. And I have a second novel follow up called Sekou the Nefarious. And it's a great story about a young man who was raised outside of the walls of higher education, and he becomes a business mogul. And I really take my authorship just as important as my film and screenwriter position. So that's what's next up for me. And like I said, with Rupert View, anything that I can assist with, as far as sweeping up the floor or writing a script, I'm there because I believe in this brother. I believe in this brother. I believe in this team. I really have faith. So that's what's next up for me.
Ruben.
Yeah, man. As far as I go, obviously, I'm going to continue to get more. Hopefully, I could be in other people's projects still. When you produce a movie, people shy away a little because they feel like you're the one who make the next movie. But I still love other people's art. I love what people do. I got a couple art. Hopefully, those things go well. Getting a couple new projects. Me and Vlad got another project that we wrote together. I could talk about it. Protected. We're good. It's called Fat Soup. Should get involved with the pre-production of that very, very soon. It's gonna be a real, real fun movie, more on the comedy cop. Hopefully, we're gonna get my boy Zach in there. We can get Kyle back in there. We're gonna do it big, man, and get into the documentary. Try to get some reality TV show things going. The sky's the limit. Whatever God wants for me is what I'm gonna do. I'm not a guy who really, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. You know, and then it doesn't happen. I like to move with the order God gives to me. So that's what's on my plate. Hopefully we can execute it just like we did Selector, and maybe even a Selector series or something. You know what I mean? We did leave a cliffhanger. We don't know what happened to DJ Parlay. So we might come back with more Selector.
DJ Parlay.
Yes, sir. Um, I'll say what's next for me is honestly the sky's the limit. Again, like I feel that God just aligns me in that position. If I keep working towards my craft and putting myself in that position to be able to elevate, He's going to align those blessings for me properly to receive. And I just feel like what's next for me is evolving. I say 2024 is a year to evolve. Keep them guessing. That's my whole motto. You want to be able to not only execute, but also manifest what you want to put out there in the universe. So that's my whole spiritual, way of think about it, faithful way of thinking. I'm trusting my process. I'm walking by faith, not by the sight of the things I see before me. And I say this, I'm always ready. I'm staying ready, so I don't gotta get ready. I'm in the gym. You know what I mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger, whoever y'all want to call me, Rocky Balboa, I'm ready. You hear me? Fat sweet fat Bob, I don't care. We can do it all. I'm ready. I'm ready to work. So that's what's next for me. Photo
Okay.
shoots, magazines.
Ninja Turtle, you're next.
All right. Um, for me, my thing right now currently is to I'm working with a company called Setting the Tone. Ruben and Vladimir knows exactly who I'm talking about. Shout outs to Tone Love. We have some major projects coming down the pipeline. Um, as far as myself, my plan is to develop my prop business so that I become the go-to person in Atlanta for projects much like these. But ultimately, what my biggest goal is, I want to produce more projects about us. And when I mean us, I mean the whole collective Caribbean culture, because they have no idea how unique and awesome we really are, and they get a lot of things wrong whenever they portray us in media, and it really makes me mad. You know, I've seen some episodes on SWAT, and I'm like, that's not how we talk. And it makes me upset. But I want to create content that really represents us, and again, not just Jamaican people, Haitian, Grenada, um, Guyana. We count you too. Um, just Saint Lucia, Dominica. I'm talking about all of these islands and just making content for them. That's my hope and dream. But as Ruben said, wherever God leads me, I'm there.
Where in Jamaica are your family from?
Whitehall. My mom is from Whitehall. I think my dad is from Saint Catherine. I don't know for sure. We haven't had that conversation.
And where's Whitehall?
That is in Saint Elizabeth.
That's all right.
Are you testing my knowledge?
Yes, I am. I'm seeing how Jamaican you are.
Hey,
Oh,
before long, guys, before long, you're all gonna know all over Jamaica because I would suggest that you take the crew down there and just have these young men, Ruben, enjoy the country, man. Take them from Montego Bay all the way back to Port Antonio, uh, uh,
Hmm.
and just let them enjoy the place and so forth like that. And I would suggest too, if you're from a particular area, you go back to that area and let the people in the town know that you're from that area. You will be surprised how many people come out just to know that someone from that particular area actually went out and was a part of a movie. And in a
Yeah.
Jamaican style movie by the name of Selector too. So you all build this thing. I know Ruben got it all checked. I don't get into my son's business because my son's his own man, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, so he got things planned for you. Ruben, what you got planned for down on the island?
Say that one more time.
What do you have planned for down in Jamaica?
Yeah, always shows me so much love. Shout out to Jamaica. You know, when I go to party every time, so when I know for a fact I'm gonna party, have a great time. enjoy the island. But hopefully we get to screen there and allow the people to see what we're creating all around the world and let them know that we are telling the stories of the people who not only live on the island but come from the island and move across the world to do many different things. This is our time to tell the story. So we're going to tell it and we're going to share it with the people. So when I go down there, I'm just going to spread the love and share it with the people. And hopefully we'll get to the point where not only but we could produce the movies there as well. Just bridge the gap
Yes.
between the culture and diaspora.
That's good. That is good. That is good. Okay. All right, guys. I believe that we have kind of yes. You need Ninja. You got something else?
Sorry, last thing I want to plug.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There will be an interview with Rob, Vladimir, and myself. It will be available on the podcast 4 out of 5.
Okay.
That's all.
Oh,
Um, Look forward to it in the next coming weeks.
very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Okay. So this is just the beginning, guys. So brace yourself. Brace yourself because it's going to be a whirlwind kind of a tour. And I believe I want to say once again, Nadine, on behalf of Nadine and myself and Jamaican Explosion, that we commend you, young men, for doing such an excellent job. We are looking at the future, and
Thank
it's been a pleasure having you here on Jamaican Explosion with us. And Jamaican Explosion is not only seen in the United States, we're also seen down there in Jamaica. They see us down there in Jamaica. So you're very much on your way. And I would just
thank you.
inspire you guys to do your best every time out. Do your best. Okay, somebody will be writing a movie about Ruben. Somebody will be writing a movie about Vlad. Somebody will be writing a movie about Rico. Somebody's going to be writing a movie about Kyle. So, but you do that by being persistent. You do that by being confident and owning your skill. That's mine. I own this. You do it by, and you do it by portraying lifelike characters, real like characters that people can identify with, and actually say, well, I identify with that. I was there. I was selector. I was there. I was in the dancer. I was the dancer. I could identify with that. Make it real. Make it real. Nadine, you have anything else to say before I kind of wrap the show
Well,
up?
yeah, I'm just going around the room. Ninja Turtle, I hope that you get an opportunity to use those patois skills again. So, all the best regarding that, and love the fact that you're into doing so many things and the different aspects. And just want to wish you the best as you continue to represent Jamaica with your 5 jobs.
Eight
Vlad,
jobs, but thank you.
Vlad, I'm looking forward. I'm into reading, so if you have a novel out, I'm looking forward to reading it. So don't forget me now.
Thank you. I won't. I won't.
And Ruben, I'm looking forward to your next production, maybe coming out to see it and just cheering you on and where you're gonna go next. Let the sky be your limit.
Okay, and there you have it.
Wait, one
I
moment. Remember, I
appreciate
didn't
having me.
get to Mr. Universe.
Oh, Mr. Universe. Okay, I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah. Ruben's thing you seem to have a delay, so that's why. Okay, Mr. Universe, take it away. I want to say all the best as Mr. Universe and your acting and all the things that you're going to do. We're looking forward to seeing great things from you all.
Thank you, Nadine. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Okay, so as you all
Definitely.
know, we've been here for the last pretty much an hour uh, with Selector, and it's on Tubi. Tubi. So if you go over to Tubi and you pull up Selector, you're able to see this wonderful movie that depicts a dancehall style, which is really based in the past, but I think they have modernized it, and I can't wait for the soundtrack. I know you got the soundtrack out there, but we want to hear more of the soundtrack um, come out, and I know there are some serious uh, artists that some brand new artists that are on the soundtrack, and they're waiting to be heard. So at a certain point in time, I probably will do a show with the artists that were featured on the soundtrack. Okay, but I wish you all the best, and tell a friend about Jamaican Explosion. We are on every Saturday evening from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes we go to 6:30, depending on the show. I think Mr. Is he doing the barbells on that one?
Mr. Universe is upside down.
Tony Atlas.
He wants to give us a better view of his biceps, okay?
All right, okay, all right. I think he's doing the barbells right there, guys. Okay, but okay. So, but anyway, ways we want to say thank you guys for coming out, and until next time. Okay, all right, y'all.
Okay, thank you.
Peace.
Nice talking to
Okay,
you guys. All the best. Take care
okay.
All
now.
right.
Thank
All
you. Peace
right.
and blessings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, have a good one.
Oh yeah, that's our state.
Blessings,
Now me say,
blessings.
oh ragamuffin, say
And
ragamuffin,
ragamuffin.
the ragamuffin, who ragamuffin, ragamuffin dance all ragamuffin coulda east and west, I coulda
Pastor
north.
Robs, you have
The
comments
boyfriend
coming
thing
out
it go,
from the
clap it out,
audience,
it
from the
ever ring and
viewers.
leave it a rough next out when me fling down the couch, I me no have no doubt. So one good thing about dancehall music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. Yeah. One good thing about dancehall music, when it touches you, you feel no pain. And that's a dancehall rock, and you can't top that. Dance on rock, big fish or sprat. Dance on rock, grandma and papa. Don't stop rock, yeah. Oh. Indiana wants me, and I'm gonna be there. New York City's craven, and I'm gonna be there. In Paris they crying, and I'm gonna be there. Spreading my vibe
There you have it, guys.
all over the world. Lord of mercy. Yes,
Let
indeed,
us proceed with
Nadine.
the first song.
Figure it out, it's a John. It's a John, left it alone. Now listen,
Big
people.
up to all the selectors.
Someone a play no matter.
Yes, indeed, Nadine. So that's it for this show, and we'll see you next week again, okay? This is
Before you
Pastor
go,
Rob.
Pastor Rob, I just want to say, as somebody who just enjoys the music, sometimes we don't even know what goes on behind the scene and some of the things that the
Mm,
selectors go through. So thanks for
mhm.
sharing your story with us.
Well, you know that's only a small part of it. There's more to it, and hopefully these that guys will come back and they'll get part two of it, and I'm willing to share with them. It was great. It was great because that era of music that during the early from 87 to about 96, 97 was the what I call the key dance hall days there. Those days that dance all starting with Shabba come out, and then of course Barry Salmon was around Sanchez, and of course Beanie came on the scene and Bounty Killer came on the scene. That was the golden years of dancehall, and to have been there, I couldn't keep it into myself. I gotta tell that story, if you know what I'm saying. So once again, it was a pleasure, and it was a pleasure to have these young men come and do their version. It was a pleasure to see them embrace the characters and bring them to life. Is that all right, Nadine?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Okay, very good, very good. And of course, this is none other than Jamaican Explosion. And Fabian, thanks for your. We saw that you gave us a you were on here, and he's saying he can't wait to see the movie. So go on out and check out Selector. and Selector is on you on Tubi. Okay, okay. So is that all right, Nadine? We're gonna end out now.
Yes, just reminding our viewers to like, follow, share.
Yes, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. And as a matter of fact, here too, Nadine, I did have it in caption, just in case folks want to know where to pick us up. I did have it just have it let me, I have to take something else off here. I think I got too many things on screen here, but okay.
Guys, while he's doing that, take your family out to see all the different cities that's doing their tree lighting, Christmas tree lighting, whether it's this Saturday or next Saturday. Just spend some quality time with your family. That's so important.
Okay, yeah. There you go, Nadine. There's the links. That's the link there to my YouTube page, and that's the link to my Facebook page. Okay, and you can tune into these links, and you'll be able to see the show every Saturday. Okay, and we'll share that as we go along.
Okay, guys, take care now. And if you miss it, remember you still can watch it.
Right, exactly. You just go back and check it out, and I know this one's going to get a lot of shares. I know this one's going to get a lot of shares. So it's been a pleasure to have you here with us this evening. And on behalf of Nadine, we're going to say until next week, this is Jamaican Explosion. Okay? And it's been great.
Take us out, Selector Rob. Take us out.
Okay, I didn't even have a selection ready, but let me see if I could get one up here. Okay.
Want to tell them it's a shabba thing.
Yeah, Selector Robin.
Yard up for him, kick up. Rock wine. Sing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Sing. And silent swing. Sing. DJ is stuck up in the ear bone rhythm. Sing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. Sing. Skull bell a ring. Sing. Knife and fork a fight for dumpling. Booyaka, time for shabba rockin'. Shabba rocks disappear with you another man change. So them are the done to the beats. We have the key, put the down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Yes. Them are the done to the beats. We have the key, put the down to the key and turn them in a donkey. Who they think they are? Yes, they can't allow me. I am the general in the DJ army. With that only I am cross all the thing.
All nice and decent people love the dance and business. You don't know so respect to the maximum. Now step up Barrington Levy because we control the border scene.
Music when it hits you, you feel no pain. And that's the dance all rock. Lord of mercy. That dance all rock, big features back. Dance all rock, grandma and papa. Don't stop rock, no. Indiana wants me, and I'm gonna be there.
Yes, ma'am.
New York City's calling, and I'm gonna be there. London City wants me, and I've got to be there. Spreading the vibe all over the world.
Lord of mercy, I could not sign on Japan or down Africa. Tell them reggae music rule all over. Rule every premise, rule every corner. Barrington Levy, you are the...
Yo! I miss your prime time and a Sanchez. You don't know.
Yeah.
Today.
Getting the best of Rob this evening.
Yeah, baby. Lord of mercy, why?
Out of the voice of the man called Mr. Wayne Wonder.
Oh, what kind of man would leave you standing in the cold? Must have been a silly one to sacrifice a pot of gold. Hey, you're the kind of woman that I can give a lot of game. As much as you require life, and maybe you don't have to pay. Hey, I give you love, I'll buy your clothes, I'll cook your dinner too. Hey, as soon as I get home from work, I'll pay your rent. Your bills are covered, ooh, baby. As soon as I get home, from work. Don't waste your time fighting life from work.
Okay, Nadine, I don't want to get too deep into it.
I know, Pastor Rob, you were having too much fun. I didn't want to leave you hanging.
But until next week, guys, this is Pastor Rob here with Nadine, and this is Jamaican Explosion as we leave you out with the sounds of Mr. Wayne Wonder in the background.
Don't waste your time.